The most important skill to acquire mathematics and to learn mathematics is logic, because maths is all about logic. It is not about the formulas. It is never about the procedural things that we do. How do we do that? So building logic, there are certain important aspects of mathematics which are very underrated. First of all, observation is something which is very underrated. How do we build this? So again, at this stage, we put a lot of habit in asking the whys and hows. Hi everyone, good evening, Jai Hind. So this is a very important session for the students of grade 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th. This is a chance to improve upon your logic, to improve upon your problem solving skills. And again, this is the base. And यहाँ पर जो बच्चे अच्छा कर लेते हैं, जो बच्चे अच्छा logic develop कर लेते हैं, the students who are able to develop good problem solving skills are able to do really well, not only in other examinations later in life, but in life in general, because ultimately आगे आने वाले टाइम पे this is one thing that you need to learn, that is acquire problem solving skills, because you are going to be required to solve the problems which have not been solved. The problems which have been solved already, there is AI, right? So how to develop those skills, what are the main fundamentals, and why is it easier for the students to develop these skills when they're in 6th, 7th, 8th? So we'll be discussing about all this in today's session. Right. So this is what we believe are the most important requirements to understand mathematics. अगर किसी बच्चे को अच्छा मैथ सीखना है तो सबसे important चीज is building logic, building IQ. इसके बिना you will never be able to acquire good mathematics. You might be able to secure good marks in your school exams, but that means nothing. We all know that, right? तो अच्छे marks स्कूल में आ जाएंगे because that is mainly based on rote learning. The students who are good in ratification, the students who are good in memorizing formulas will be able to do well, because schools, whatever they teach, they ask in the schools, right? So most of the students are able to get good marks. But again, the problems which are new to you, will you be able to solve? Because these are the kind of problems which you ultimately have to solve in the competitive exams later down the line. So again, to do that, the most important skill to acquire mathematics and to learn mathematics is logic, because maths is all about logic. It is not about the formulas. It is never about the procedural things that we do, right? So it is, everything is based on and revolves around the logic. Students have good logic. If they study math, they are good in math, right? So and if, in fact, if they study anything, they're good in that particular thing. The second important thing is the ideas and the discussions that keep on happening. So if there's an idea, right? So if you have developed good logic and there's an idea which is coming to your mind, is there an appropriate teacher or a guider or a mentor who is able to appreciate that idea and take that idea further down, right? तो बहुत बार ऐसा होता है that students come up, particularly in grade 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, they come up with the raw ideas, and it is our job, our responsibility, being experienced teachers, to guide them through, right? So it is never about one-way teaching. Whatever I know, acquire. It is about what you think about this. तुम्हें क्या लगता है? What are the ideas that are coming to the mind? Show them ideas. Show us the ideas. Tell us the ideas. And उन ideas को पकड़ के हम उन ideas को develop करते हैं. And this is something that brings confidence in the lives of the students. The third important thing is the time. Of course, if you want to develop logic, develop good mathematics, it can only happen if you give time. In fact, anything that you want to learn in life, be it guitar, be it tennis, or maybe cricket, or maybe mathematics, is a function of how much time you give, right? So, of course, as I mentioned, you might be able to secure good marks, but in your school, but that means nothing. उसका कोई मतलब नहीं है, because ultimately वो चीज पहले से तुम्हें आती है. The teacher has already taught you how to do this problem. He might just have changed some values, right? So that actually means nothing. So time is something that you have to devote, and the good part is the kind of problems that we develop, the kind of assignments that we develop, the kind of thought puzzles that we share in the class. The student doesn't mind spending time. He takes interest in spending time on those kind of problems that we share. Then comes the content. Okay, so this is the fourth priority. For most of the teachers and the students, this is the top priority. I'm not saying that we don't, give good content. Our content is the best in class in India today at this level, in the logic level. But what I'm trying to say is, इससे ऊपर ये तीन चीजें हैं जो हमारी और priorities हैं, right? So this is something that makes us different from the rest. And of course, testing and everything, that is something that we should always take place. Now, what we have done is we've charted the Olympiad journey, or we say logic journey of a child into different levels. So starting from level 3, which start from grade 3rd, 4th. level 4 for the students of grade 5th and 6th, level 5 for the students of 7th and 8th, level 6 for the 9th and 10th students who have done 10th class math, they start in level 7. And students who want to develop further math, they do 8, 9, 10. They have restricted entries based on how good you are in math. But again, if you want to shift towards JEE, then level 7 is the last level that we recommend. Iske baad, JEE math seems to be or would be a piece of cake for you, right? So this is the entire journey of a child into different levels. आज मैं बात करने वाला हूँ इन दो लेवल्स की, level 4 and level 5. That is for the students of grades 5th, 6th and 7th and 8th. So introducing level 4 new batch, fresh batch. This is for the students of grade 5th and 6th. तो पहले क्या करते हैं? So again, the top 3 priorities: building logic, discussion and time. Now, how do we do that? So building logic, there are certain important aspects of mathematics which are very underrated. First of all, observation is something which is very underrated. The second is logical thinking, problem solving skills, how to develop that. We give a lot of thought puzzles in the class. Olympiad confidence, a lot of past year Olympiad problems from different good contests are shared in the class. Numeracy skills, how to be good in calculation, step-by-step thinking, because abhi this stage, the size of the problem starts becoming bigger. So again, the child needs to know how to do step-by-step. Reading comprehension, the size of the question also starts improving and getting bigger. Now, how to develop that comprehension skills, how to convert that English into mathematics is something that we teach, and understanding the questions, because the child is not able to understand. This is the first step to solve a problem, right? Is to understand the question, right? So how to do that in a systematic, in a logical way, this is something that we do. Now, so what are the learning goals? Of course, after taking this course, the child is able to learn good logical and critical skills. He is good in calculations, problem solving skills, improvement in school marks, topper in math, confidence in mathematics, and strong base in the concepts that are being discussed. How do we do that? We start making them good diagrams, because geometry starts getting introduced at this particular level. Pattern identification, smart guessing work, because we also keep on giving them multiple choice questions. Improvement in school marks, solve part of the problem, and simplifying calculations. Now, there are certain, so to do that, of course, we take the help of mathematics. So the core idea is to develop problem solving skills, to develop logic. तो उसके लिए हम यहाँ पर कुछ मैथ के टॉपिक्स का हेल्प लेते हैं. Some of these topics might be a part of the curriculum. Some of the topics might not be. They might come in the later stage. Some of them, it might not be a part of the curriculum, but again, students around the globe, in the Western countries and advanced countries, are already studying these concepts, right? So all these things have been taken care into account. कि कितना बच्चे का age कितना है, and what should be the capacity of the students to engage with the kind of mathematics that we do. So number system introduce करते हैं हम level 4 में. Test of divisibility, factors, finding largest and smallest numbers, simplification of numbers, integers, fractions, playing with numbers, percentage, profit loss, arithmetic operations to improve the calculation skills, basic geometry, we start introducing solid geometry. It improves the observation skills again. Statistics, how to read bar charts, pie charts, mathematical reasoning, and also mensuration. Now, this is going to consist of 30 interactive sessions, Monday and Wednesday, 6 to 7 p.m. This is going to have 10 comprehensive tests. There are going to be regular parent-teacher meeting, daily one logical puzzle. Right? This is something which is the highlight of the course, right? So this is the reason why a child would come back to the class again. And of course, Sam, student account manager. So because this might be the first ever online course for most of the, for a lot of students. And they might not have parents also might not have a lot of confidence. This is something coming from experience. So we give a SAM support. That is, there is a student account manager which is attached to every child, wherein the child and the student and the parent can get connected with SAM anytime, right? And apart from this, there are going to be 15 NMTC recorded classes for higher level problem solving, right? So once we are done with this, we are going to give some recordings of NMTC sessions which are going to be higher than what we are going to teach, so that the students who find this level easy are also able to gain something. It is going to be taken by Amit Modak sir, and he has a lot of experience in teaching students of this grade, and of course a lot of students are a big fan of Amit Modak sir. The price of the batch is 7,000 rupees. The coupon code is ABMPRO. The link is there in the description box. मैं अभी दिखा भी देता हूँ कि किस तरीके से enroll करना है. Before that, We'll move on to level 5. Level 5 is for the students of grade 7th and 8th. So again, the core skills are almost the same. Logical thinking, step-by-step problem, fast and accurate math, Olympiad confidence, out-of-the-box ideas, and focus better on marks. How do we build this? So again, at this stage, we put a lot of habit in asking the whys and hows. Right. So again, this general rule in the class is, if you don't know how to prove it, do not use it. Right. So if you do not know how to prove A plus B plus C is 180 degrees on a triangle, do not use that theorem. Right. So this is general rule that we follow in level 5 and upwards. And because of this, the child is able to get into the proofs. He get into the researches. He's able to gain confidence. He knows the ABCs of each and everything that he knows. Explore, summarizing the idea, sharing, self-learning, methods, drawing, spotting patterns, guessing smartly, breaking it down, forming an equation, and simplification. These are the topics that we use. Unit digit, LCM, HCF, divisibility rules, divisors, decimal, exponents, surds, playing with numbers, different an equation. Algebra, the core idea of algebra is manipulations, right? So child is able to learn manipulations. It is not so much to make students memorize the formulas. It is mainly manipulations. So we start with identities, linear equation, 2 variables, 1 variable, system of equations, polynomials, quadratic. We introduce sequence and arithmetic progression. Arithmetic, we start profit and ratio proportion, profit loss, time work. Combinatorics we introduce factorials, we introduce the highest power of a prime in n factorial. So these kind of things, which without any formula, no formula involved. Number of divisors, and of course, some basic concepts of geometry we start introducing. So this is going to be starting on 29th of July. The previous batch, I think starting date nahi batai thi iski. This is going to start from 4th of August. So batch, level 4 batch is going to start from 4th of August. Level 5 is going to start on 29th of July. And 50 classes, 2 days a week, 7 to 8:30 p.m. Comprehensive 8 tests, and everything remains the same. The language is going to be English. It is going to be taken by Dipesh sir, who has around 15 years of experience in Olympiad teaching. Right. So the price is 10,000 rupees. The coupon code is ABMPRO. The link is there in the description box. Right. So I'll just show you किस तरीके से enroll कर सकते हैं. So in the description, there's a link of level 4. If you click, this kind of link gets opened. So level 4, logical thinking. And so if you go down, okay, yes. So if you go down, this is the course, and the coupon code gets automatically applied. Similarly, for level 5, the page looks like this. All the details that I've shown are going to be there on the page. And of course, if you move down, there's a buy now button, buy course. So यहाँ से click करके you will be able to apply the coupon code gets automatically applied. All right. So I hope the things are clear. If there are any other questions, you can always put this in the description box. I or my team will get back to you. And if you want already enrolling, I'm wishing you all the best.